What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about another one from Vinegar Syndrome, one of my favorite Blu-ray DVD labels. And today it is Star Time. So, Star Time is about this dude named Henry. He's a very mentally unstable person, and he kind of completely escapes the real world by watching, countless hours of television. And this kind of lets his mind stay distracted from doing crazy, potentially violent things. And his favorite show, The Robertson Family, ends up getting canceled. This doesn't just upset him a little bit, it upsets him greatly to the point that he decides he's going to take his own life rather than go on without, his favorite show. He's up on the roof to jump off. He meets a guy named Sam Bones who tells him, hey, I'm in the same boat as you are, a lot of people are upset about the show, their favorite show's getting canceled, but how many people, have the guts to come up here and end it all, in tribute to their favorite show? But he says, there's other things you could do, to kind of fill that void. And that's what the core of this movie is Sam Bones taking this dude Henry on this crazy trip of wearing like a baby mask and turning into a serial killer, essentially. It's a really wild movie. I don't want to say too much more about the plot, because it's just fun to this is one you definitely want to discover as you go. This movie is nuts. There's not a single scene in it that is traditional or normal. It's super, super out there. But what I like about it is that even though it's so crazy and surreal at times, it also has a super artistic vibe to it. It's everything just kind of, it might be because of the pretentious message involved at times, because it kind of gives a preachy message about how the media is bad and people's obsession with television and this constant bombardment that we're under, and how it becomes the baseline for our normal, or at least that's what I got out of it. So maybe because the movie's a little preachy, pretentious at times, it gives off that art vibe, but I think it's mostly just because of the visuals and the composition, the creativeness in it. It's really something. Even if you don't like horror movies, this is kind of a horror movie, but it doesn't have a lot of blood. It does have a little bit of sleaze in it, not too much. Some topless scenes, a very brief full frontal in one scene, but it's such a crazy scene, it's wild. Anyway, so even if you don't like horror movies, or you don't normally like kind of obscure cult movies, this one has such a unique vision to it that I think it's worth checking out, even if, like I said, if you're not a big fan of these kind of movies. I had a lot of fun with this one. I like the performances are strange. It's got a really small cast. You got this super cool, calm, and collected dude, Sam Bones, and then you've got Henry, who's this unhinged, emotionally unstable kind of guy. They have a super interesting dynamic, especially because Sam is always trying to wind him up and push him into doing stuff. It's a really, I'm not going to say the narrative is all that interesting, but the experience is really interesting, and it's just a super cool movie, and I'm so glad that it ended up in the hands of somebody like Vinegar Syndrome, because this Blu-ray set is awesome. It's got a brand new transfer, restored in 2K from the original camera negative. It looks fantastic. The DVD version looks better than a lot of Blu-rays. That's how good this movie looks. Super clean, super clear, tons of detail. It has still has that natural inherent grain to it as well. It's just a really good looking transfer. I mean, it doesn't look like it's brand new, but it looks pretty close. This is really high level stuff. And then on extras, it's got an audio commentary track with the director. It's got about a half-hour interview with the film's cinematographer, and it also has the theatrical trailer. And it is also has a reversible cover, which is kind of cool. And then it also comes with the Blu-ray and the DVD. So it's a pretty stacked set. And the movie itself, I mean, if you're a fan of cult movies, even slightly, this is one you have to at least see, if not have in your collection. And like I said, even if you're not super into these kind of movies, this is one that's just so unique, and it has such a creative, artistic feel to it that I would definitely highly recommend it. If you want to read my full write-up of Star Time, you can go to my website, markfusion.com, and check that out, as well as over 1,000 other movie reviews. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, Letterboxd. I diary what I'm watching there, and even though I'm super backlogged, you can get an idea of what might be coming up on the channel soon there. If there's something you want to see bumped up the list, just let me know on one of the social media channels, or you can leave a comment here if you want to. But the best thing you can do to help me out, as always, is just hit that sub button. Free, easy, direct way to support me and help me to continue to be able to make content. And watching the old videos is a massive help, like I've said in the last few videos. It helps my view count, it helps my minute count. But, don't do it unless there's something that you want to watch. But if there's a movie that catches your eye, or you get into kind of go down a rabbit hole of a certain genre or filmmaker. It's a huge help to me. So thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll see you guys soon.